Hello students, so today we are going to study the first chapter of the standard 9th physics, that is motion. However, you have studied a little bit about motion in the previous classes in the primary section, but we are going to study it over here in a little more detail. Once again, as this is also the basics for the standard 11th physics, so please pay attention as it is going to be quite different from what you have studied in standard 8th and also in standard 7th. So first of all, in order to understand motion, we will first have to understand what is position. So position, let's say that I have a pen over here in this corner of the book. I want to describe the position. So in order to describe the position, I will say that the pen is in the right corner on the upper side of the notebook. So I have described the position. So the definition of the position is location of the object with respect to a certain point. So over here in this case, the point is the right corner on the upper side of the book. So I have described the position of the pen, that is the upper right corner. So now we know what a position is. Now let's go ahead and understand motion. Suppose that this object is actually a man standing in the upper right corner of a room. Let's say he started walking, and then he came to the other side of the corner, that is the right bottom, in 10 seconds. So he has changed his position. He has changed his position from the right corner on the upper side of the room to the bottom corner of the room on the right side. He has changed his position in 10 seconds. So what is motion? The motion is simply a change in a position of an object from a point to another point with respect to time. So over here you can see that the man was in this corner and then he started moving, and because of that he reached in the other side, and this is described as the motion of an object. So the change in position of the man from one point to the another point with respect to time, of course, because everything is respect to time, because he is changing his position from point A to point B in 10 seconds for an example purpose. So this is what we describe motion as. I hope you understood it. Once again, position is the location of an object with respect to a certain point, and motion is the change in that position from one point to the other point with respect to time is described as the motion of an object. In this chapter we are going to study even more, and then there is another point that we already studied, that is distance. So how much distance he has covered? What is distance? The total length of a path. Total length of a path during motion of an object is called distance. So let's say that a man which was in this corner of the room, he walked to the other side and he walked a distance of, let's say, 7 to 8 meters. So he moved from one point to the other point, and the total length of that path is 8 meters. So that is the distance of the man that he covered during the motion. So what is distance? It is the total length of the path during the motion of an object is called distance. So he moved from one point to the other point, and that length is 8 meters. That is an example purpose. So you get the idea what a distance is. The total length of a path during the motion of an object. So the person covered a certain path in his motion, and the length of that path is called distance. I hope you understood this. We will talk about the next topic in the next video.